kapugad, ako po si 𝗕𝗂𝗴𝗱 ng Pugad Vloggers. Umiere kami kada Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7 hanggang alas 8 ng gabi sa Radyo Bandido TV simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 AM, on Sky Cable Channel 224, TV Plus boxes, and on free-to-air TV. Also on facebook.com/DZRJ 8:10 AM and our official YouTube channel.
Pugad Vloggers, ang kurap titirisin, sa loob sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin. Ang saya-saya, nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropa. Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers.
Hi, good evening, and it's Friday night again. And you have Harold Tan sa Pugad Vloggers ulit. And today, it's January 20, no? Again, from 7 to 8 in the evening. That's me right there, and Pugad Vloggers Friday edition. Yan, yung kay Alex Gonzaga, no? Nakita siya sa video, sarili niyang video ng birthday niya, after merong food server na naghahawak ng kanyang cake, and yung candle, birthday cake candle niya is nakasindi, and then actually she's kind of medyo moving around, no? So but she was able to blow the candles out, no? And then for some reason or another, she took some of the chocolate icing at pinahid niya dun sa noo, no, or forehead ni ng food server whose name is Alan. I don't know if she's intoxicated or not, whether she was pranking or not, but you certainly can see it in the eyes of the food server, si Alan. He was dismayed, surprised even. So parang nagulat siya at nadismaya siya sa nangyari, no? He's wondering what he did to deserve that, no? But of course he did not make any statements or any reactions online, no? Ang ginawa lang niya is he just stayed quiet about it because siyempre the caterers who are his employers might fire him if he said something about their client, no? And kung may mangyaring ganyan, baka mawalan pa ng kliyente yung caterer. So that's something they're trying to avoid. So you never heard anything, not a peep from the food server, yung naghahawak ng cake, no? At nabahira ng icing sa noo, no? And for some reason or another, parang hindi ko maintindihan, no? You have a publicist telling the public or making statements social media and even to news organizations that it was just having fun. Yeah, she was just having fun. She was having, it was, alam mo naman, palabiro si Alex, and and she did that because of fun, dahil, and you know, magkakaibigan yung nanay ni Alan at ang family ni Alex, no? Which I find not plausible, no? Pero I don't know. If you have a publicist making excuses for you, the sincerity is not there, completely not there, no? Kasi the publicist will try to make you look good without even without well, offending or saying something bad or even apologizing, no? Parang gina-justify pa yung nangyari, no? So that certainly does not look like ano, no? It certainly does not look like any sincerity was there, no? Pero I saw a tweet from Alex Gonzaga. I think that was yesterday. So nag-apologize na siya, no? So parang it's to the effect that God has taught her a very harsh or very hard lesson in humility, no? And then I'm truly sorry, no, Kuya Alan, and I'm truly sorry to my family whom I caused embarrassment and all that sort of thing, no. The important thing kasi dyan is admission of fault, admission of wala naman kasing perfect, no, but pag nagkamali ka, you don't ask a publicist to justify your acts, no? So the best thing that the Alex did was apologize, no? Sinundan pa ng asawa niya, no? Who said that nagkamali si Alex, she apologized for it, and she's trying to be a better person out of this experience. And nagkamali talaga siya. So the husband didn't really try to make her look good, but ayun nga, and also announced that his wife is already apologized, no? So that's good enough for me. End of story. Move on na tayo doon. Wag na natin let's not make mountains out of that issue, no? Nag-apologize na yung tao, okay na yan, di ba? Ay, ewan ko lang, no? May mga ibang tao dyan dahil Gonzaga yung last name associated with Tony, no? Ayaw mo na yung mga pinklawan na yun, no? Ayaw mo na. Ano, they'll just try to capitalize. But for me, you apologize to the food server and calling him by his name. Okay na yun for me, no? For me, it's fine. It's not like it's murder or physical injury or I don't know, or slander. It's a prank gone wrong, or maybe or intoxication. I don't know, but whatever she did wrong, she admitted she is wrong, and she had apologized. That's all that there is. So move on na tayo, no? Oh, ano na pala ngayon, no? January 20. On Sunday, ito yung tinatawag nilang Chinese New Year. But I got to tell you that it's technically wrong, no, to use the word Chinese New Year. Where did this come from, Chinese New Year? Because Chinese New Year has been celebrated for a long time, no? And of course, it comes from China, and those who immigrated or migrated out of China and into the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and wherever there's Chinese descent, people of Chinese descent, even in the U.S., no, they all recognize and celebrate this Chinese New Year. But it's not exactly the Chinese New Year. It's actually called the Lunar New Year, because unlike the regular calendar, January 1 up to December 31, that actually is a count of 365 days. No, it's a solar calendar. No, 365 days and 1/4. No, so that's looking at revolution from this point, let's say, and revolution to back to the same point. That makes 1 year. No, one revolution equals one Earth year. No, so that's following the solar. No, so or there's it starts from midnight, goes into morning, 6 o'clock, comes to evening, and back again at midnight. No, so it's the rotation. Each rotation is 1 day, and a revolution makes it 365 days and 1/4. Kaya nga meron tayong leap year. No, yung 4 na 1/4 forms 1 day. That's why there's a February 29 every 4 years. Kaya yung next year will be a leap year again, no, 2024. And usually during leap year, merong Olympics, no? At meron ding tinatawag na the US presidential elections. Happens a leap year, no? 2016, 2020, dahil 4 years ang term ng American presidents. So that's a different system of calendar, no? Which was started by, although it was the system of the Julian calendar from the Caesar, pero eventually it was Pope Gregory who instituted a new calendar that makes it about 365 days and 1/4 per revolution. No? So this is not the same as the Lunar New Year. Your count in the Lunar New Year, imbes na sun going the Earth going around the sun, it's counting the how the moon revolves around the Earth. No? So binibilang yun, and of course mayroon ding tinatawag na leap month. No? And in some Lunar New Year, sorry, not Lunar New Year, in some years, yung lunar calendar sometimes double the month. No, sometimes there is, let's say for example, there are dalawang fifth month. No, fifth month big, fifth month small. No, yung fifth month, wala silang take note. No, walang January to December, no, yung Lunar New Year, lunar calendar. No? It's the Chinese call them by the number. No, so Changye is means the first month. No, and Erye is second month. Sanye, Siye, and then until Erye, which is the 12th month. No? So yun yung lunar calendar. Yun yung sinusundan ng lunar system, and yun nga, it's January 22, that's Sunday. Yun yung mismong New Year's Day, no, of the Lunar New Year. And I think if you remember back in the day, yung calendar na, kasi merong tinatawag na monthly, no? That you usually you hang on the wall, which I have one right now, given to me by si Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. And ayun, and yung calendar, which is the 22nd, happens to be medyo maaga, no? Maaga yung Lunar New Year this year. For some reason or another, I'm not really an expert on counting those things. So, ang nangyayari dyan is first month, first day, or 𝗕𝗹𝗴𝗱 is the New Year's Day. So, back in the day, pinupunin niya a calendar of 365 sheets of paper, no? Na may kasamang equivalent ng lunar calendar. So there's a solar calendar, which is the bigger number, and the smaller number, which usually is written in Chinese, is the lunar calendar information. So yung ilalim kasi, andun din yung, let's say, if there are holidays, Independence Day, sa ilalim yun, no? Or Bataan Day, or which is now called Araw ng Kagitingan, Christmas Day, nasa ilalim nakasulat yun, no? And with even with Chinese terms, no? So talagang pinupunit ng isa-isa yan every day, no? And when it comes to, let's say, tomorrow is the 21st, ang nasa ilalim nun, Chinese Lunar New Year, New Year's Eve, no? So parang Chinese Lunar New Year. Then the sumunod na araw, which is actually the actual New Year's Day, nilalagyan nila Chinese New Year, which is not really correct, because many other countries celebrate it also, no? Not just the overseas Chinese in Singapore, in Malaysia, here in the Philippines, in Indonesia, it is celebrated, no? Of course, Taiwan, also in Hong Kong, of course, China, even even our neighbors in Laos and Cambodia recognize the Lunar New Year, even in Korea and Japan, no? So meron talaga siguro, I'm not sure if Thailand kasi mas importante sa kanila yung yung royal year, no? But maybe there are also Chinese, overseas Chinese in Thailand who happen to probably they also celebrate it in their own small way. So yun ang Chinese New Year, no? or Lunar New Year. 𝗕𝗵𝗴𝗱, good evening po. Roxanne Costo, good evening. At Glenn Poyard, maayong buntag, and maayong gabi din sa inyo, no? So anyway, so ano ba yung mga naging tradisyon, no? At least here in the Philippines and in other countries. Of course, dito sa Pilipinas, yung talagang tradition ng maraming mga Chinese families, or at least Filipino-Chinese, no? They have bumibili sila ng mga pang-alay sa kanilang mga Buddhist gods, no? Of course, there's the usual fruits. Sabi nila mga bilog-bilog na, I'm not sure, no? Basta fruits. Definitely there. At tapos they also one of the featured fruit hindi pwedeng mawala is si pineapple, no? Ang pineapple kasi in Hokkien is onglae, which rhymes with hoklay, which is means good fortune has arrived, no? So onglae and hoklay, ganyan talaga, no? May mga ganyang traditions, even if they rhyme, gagawin nila, no? And then of course there's the usual tikoy, no? In tikoy is tikoy is a Cantonese word, Cantonese term for that, no? but which we usually know about. But in the Hokkien, it's 𝗕𝗂𝗴, no? So magkakaiba, but it's the same meaning, no? Marami. Yung mga no, mayroon din mga ating mga kapatid bumibili rin ng tikoy or tike. It's the symbolism here is matamis, na malagkit, no? Is yun yung yun yung tinatawag na ang family will be very close together with parang matamis yung relationship nila at very very close kasi magkadikit sila dahil malagkit nga, no? So yun yung ikoy, no? Which right now I'm sure very much available, no, sa mga Chinese delicacy shops, no? Lalo na sa mga Binondo area, no? At meron din dito sa Quezon City, no? I think there are 2 or 3 of them are selling. Oo nga, mga 3 sila, no, nagbebenta rito, no, sa lugar ng Quezon City, no? There are 3 not so far away from where I am. And then siyempre hindi rin mawawala yung mga candy na parang naalay din, lalo na yung chocolate coins, no? Hindi ko alam kung nakakita na kayo niyan, no? They look like gold coins, no, that they offer to the gods, parang pero when you try to pry it open, it's a foil na may tsokolate sa loob which looks round like a coin. Nakain ang pwede naman kainin, no? So nung araw may mga branded pa, no? Pero ngayon hindi na branded, pero may kumakain pa rin, no? And yun yung mga alay-alay. So, and if you sometimes may makikita kang Chinese figure na like it's a tilted square, no? It looks like a diamond, tilted square, and the Chinese word for hok or fu in Mandarin it's fu, in Hokkien it's hok. Why fu-chen is the Mandarin term for the province, no? Fu-chen, and in Hokkien it's Hokkien, no? So yun yung magkakaparehong sounding, but that means the same thing, no? Now ayun, you can also hear people telling you kung hey fak choy, or that's kung hey fak choy is in Cantonese, no? In Mandarin it's kung si fa cai, and the president has a message saying the same that Mandarin perfectly, no? And of course, there's a Hokkien, which is 𝗕𝗹ន់𝗶𝗴𝗲𝗄. So these are not the term. These are not the term of Happy New Year. Happy New Year literally it's 新年快乐, no? Pero kung si Fatay, hindi magkapareho yun, no? But you don't hear a lot of Chinese tell each other 新年快乐. It's Happy New Year. But you'll hear them say kung si Fatay, kung he Fatay, or kung he Fatay. And literally, no? This is parang telling you, I wish you prosperity, no? And I wish you prosperity and wealth, no? Ika nga, there's a comedian who's with Chinese descent, no? American Chinese or Chinese American. He says, 𝗕𝗎𝗴𝗱 is not Happy New Year. Totoo, totoo. No? 𝗕𝗎𝗴𝗱 is, I hope you get rich, man. So, it's not Happy New Year. It's, I hope you get rich, man. Or I hope you get rich. I hope you get wealthy. I hope you prosper. So, hindi yan Happy New Year, no? It's a greeting to wish everyone abundance, no? Abundance, prosperity, wealth, and good fortune in that area, no? So, but it's true. But it's true. It's not Happy New Year. It's, I hope you get rich, no? So yun yung background ng 𝗕𝗎𝗴𝗱 or 𝗕𝗎𝗴𝗱. So and 𝗕𝗎𝗴𝗱. So aside from yung mga greetings na ganyan, meron ding mga kain-kainan, no? Kain-kain. Then in other countries, especially in China, even in Hong Kong, and even in Macau, they are, the celebration is essentially 2 weeks, no? And not unlike here in the Philippines, yung mismong New Year's Day, no, ng Lunar New Year, yun lang yung celebration mo, no? Although of course the 𝗕𝗎𝗴𝗱 will last you about 15 days or more, no? So yun din yung pagpasok ng well, there's the Chinese horoscope, wherein it from Buddhist origins. It's because when Buddha summoned animals, 12 of them arrived. Only 12 of them arrived. So each year, 12 each year is given to the animal who by sequence, no? By sequence. So the first one to arrive is the rat, no? Followed by the cow or the ox, no? And then followed by the tiger. Then followed by the rabbit, no? And this coming Sunday officially is the start of the year of the rabbit, no? After the rabbit comes the dragon. You would think the dragon will arrive first, but no, it's the fifth to arrive, no? The dragon, no? And then followed by the snake, no? Then followed by the horse, and followed by ano ba yung sumunod dyan? Horse. Oh yes, then there's the year of the goat or the sheep, no? Followed by the monkey, which is the ninth, no? I am a monkey, by the way. So year of the monkey. So then there's the year of the rooster. Then there's the year of the dog. Then the year of finally the year of the pig. So every 12 years, natatapos yung cycle, no? And then followed again. Then there's also the elements. I'm not too sure about elements anymore, no? May kanya-kanyang elements behind it, no? There's earth, metal, wood, water, and I think that's there's There's wood, there's water, metal, and earth. No, yeah, I think that's 4 elements. So I'm not sure if they're about. Yes, there's also fire. No? So may kanya-kanyang elements. But I am not a fortune teller. I cannot tell you what's good for you this year, what you should wear, what you should do, what should you avoid. Maybe you could consult with them, no? And I'm not too sure about those lucky charms or what color you should be wearing for the year. So hindi ako ganyan ka-expert ng ganyang mga I'm not an expert on that area, no? So, ayun, Patrick Bautista-Ong, good evening. Ronald Tumbaga, I think we'll have to refer that to, refer that to 8888. Si Mendez Oliver, why are Chinese more successful in business than Filipino? What's the difference? They're not always that successful. You see many of them living parang a little bit na parang better off, or a little parang middle class, no? Although siyempre hindi naman lahat ng wealthy are Filipino-Chinese, no? Of course you see of course you've heard that Henry C, who passed away, left behind the SM Empire, no, to his children, no, and of course the late John 𝗕𝗃𝗴𝗏 also left an empire, no, of the Robinsons and Robinsons Cebu Pacific, no, and Go Hotels, no? And of course, and si Lucio Tan, I think he already divested from the tobacco, no? But sa kanya pa rin yung PNB, Philippine National Bank, and also Philippine Airlines, no? And pati yung University of the East kanya, no? Sa SM naman, the SM Group has the National University, no? Ayun, so I really don't know how to explain it, but I think kasi yung upbringing din siguro, no? Kasi yung karamihan, no, hindi naman lahat. Karamihan naman ng mga nasa Filipino-Chinese families, they're very much business oriented, no? And of course yung iba born into it, no? Yung iba naman worked hard for it, no? Some of them started very, very small, and yet lumaki din yung eventually lumaki yung through hard work, perseverance, patience, no? So hindi ko na sinasabi walang ganyan sa Filipino, but there are also wealthy Filipinos, no? The Razons of ICTSI, then there's the Ayalas, and ayan, meron ding iba, no, merong ding iba na small, medium enterprises na napakarami, no, na trying to do yung online businesses pa, no? Even the online businesses, and it doesn't necessarily follow mas successful ang Chinese than the Filipino, but na-highlight lang kasi ang mga nagiging kilala has a Chinese sounding surname, no? Even Andrew Gochanun, no, of Mega World. They happen to also own East West Bank, no? So hindi ko masasabi, but I think ano lang naman it's orientation, determination, and the will to succeed, no? And of course, not everyone will succeed, but those who fail, some try again. They try again. So, ayun. And ayun, Manika Hers Tolentino, magandang gabi. Magandang gabi rin. So, I'm happy to that you're all here listening to us at in several channels, on YouTube, Facebook, on the radio, 8:10 a.m. and also on other online sources, no? Ayun, so ayun, so we're talking about the Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, and what happens in China, Macau, Hong Kong, no? Marami kasing mga mainland Chinese who are working, no, in Hong Kong or in other highly urbanized areas, Shenzhen, Macau, Shanghai, Beijing, and even in far off places like the Tibet area. So ang nangyayari dyan, the railroad comes in, no? It's a very busy time of the year for the Chinese railroad system, no? Kasi umuwi talaga, no? Lahat ng mga employees, no? Umuwi talaga, and the employers can do nothing but follow tradition, no? So parang 2 weeks no business. Maybe 1 billion people, or about at least hundreds of millions of Chinese people from Hong Kong, Macau, or even in neighboring countries, travel, no? Travel to their hometown, to their roots, their family, no? Wherever it is, no? Whether it's you're in the middle area, north, south, northeast, west, no? The west areas, Tibet and Xinjiang, and the northern areas are well, I'm not sure if the Mongolia. I'm sure Mongolia also does the same thing, but that's a different country, no? So the train system talaga is very busy, and talagang sakripisyo yung mga train system employees, no? I even saw a video once na yung anak ng isang train conductor talagang naghihintay sa station, no? Kasi tumitigil yung sa mga train stations. Bumaba yung train conductor at nag-abot ng kung anong mga gifts or mga candy, mga ganyan. And of course, nagyakapan sila. But they cannot stay long on the platform, no? So pagka after about a minute or so, aandar na naman yung train. So you see talagang sakripisyo, no, yung mga nasa train, no? While everyone else is going home and celebrating with their families, they're working, no? So sasaludo ka rin, no, sa mga train workers, no? Train system employees, no, from the ticket office, conductors, train engineers, and yung mga ibang yung mahawak ng cargo, no. So they celebrated for about 2 weeks, no, kasi So if you go to, for example, my brother-in-law tells me, if you go to Hong Kong on New Year, no? On the Lunar New Year, wala kang abutan. A lot of the stores are closed. No? Of course, the hotel where you live will remain open, no? But most likely yung mga workers ng hotel are yung locals, no, in the area, no. For example, if you're in Hong Kong, taga Hong Kong din yung mga nag-work diyan. But there are so many mainland Chinese working in different parts of China. So 2 weeks, no? So talaga celebration yun, and they come back on the 16th, no? Kasi like I've said earlier, walang January, February, they just call it first month, second month, yun, and second month, second day, parang ganyan, no? So on the 16th day, they return back to work, no? Although magbabalikan sila, so they come back on the 16th, some of them come back 17th, ganun. So yung 2 weeks na yun is actually spent with family. Con todo, no? You spend them with the parents, grandparents, and sometimes yung buong angkan nandun, no? In one area, no? In certain village, no? So nandyan yun. So it's that important, no, for those in China, even in Vietnam, no, and ganun din, no, it's very, very important for them also. Miss Petrona Nona Parungaw, good evening, no, watching from Nueva Ecija. Yun. What part of Nueva Ecija po, ma'am? But anyway, maraming salamat sa inyong message, at maraming salamat. Nanonood ko yun sa Pugad Vloggers. Ayan, so they actually spend, no, the entire 2 weeks with family, relatives, and all that, no, and nagsasaya sila because for the rest of the year walang hindi sila magkikita. May siguro kahit mga birthday, mga ganyan, lalo na kung malalayo yung mga lugar ninyo, lalo na malalayo yung uwian, yung mga birthday puro ano na lang ngayon, puro online na lang yun, no? Siguro marunong lang gumamit ng mga apps, no? Like siguro yung Viber, Messenger, wala palang Messenger dyan walang Facebook sa China. Pero may sarili silang social media, no? I think it's Baidu. It is which coincidentally means white rabbit, no? And then yun na. So ganyan na lang batian ngayon, no? So ang sikat sa ang mas sikat sa China, no, WeChat, no? Kaya unlike dito Messenger or Viber, no? Doon WeChat. Even some of our local Filipino Chinese are using WeChat, no, to communicate with relatives in China, no, or in Taiwan, or Macau, or wherever it is in China, no. So talagang spend talaga ng family, no, spent with family and relatives, no. So ganyan ang tradition, no. So on the 15th, no, so 15th day of the Lunar New Year, they celebrate the Lantern Festival, no. Ayan na naman po tayo, the usual, may tikoy pa rin, and then they ano ba yung tinatawag, in Hokkien they call it chongwani. So it's like peanut balls, no? Parang bola-bola, but instead of meat na ang laman, Actually, it's parang uh, starchy um, material, and niluluto yan, no? Niluluto yan in water, no? So yung starchy material niya is spread into the water, and then pagka kagat mo ng yung 𝗕𝗹𝗴𝗲, it's malambot na siya, no? Siyempre, niluto mo sa mainit na tubig, siyempre. No, malambot na siya, and actually matamis, no? You even taste a bits of peanut, no? In the center of the 𝗕𝗹𝗴𝗲. And pati yung soup, no? Yung which is not really much, which doesn't really have any much flavor. It tastes more like water. Pero yung material na nasa 𝗕𝗹𝗴𝗲 that spread into water, na you also consume it, no? So walang sayang yun. So, and then siyempre yung Lantern Festival, I remember my late grandmother, ang daming joss sticks na sinisindi yun. Ang daming alay ulit, alay ng ganito, alay ng ganyan, no? But essentially, they offer to the Buddhist gods, and the Buddhist gods are essentially vegetarian. You don't really offer meat. You offer mga pastries. You offer yung mga 𝗕𝗂𝗴𝗱, anglaw. These are the traditional things, no? Even sometimes may peanut cake pa, no? Yung kind of rectangular, squarish looking like kind of thing. So, yun yung tradition, no? So, marami ring pumupunta ng temple on the 15th, yung Lantern Festival. Kasi dito sa Pilipinas, hindi mo masyado makikita yung Lantern Festival, no? But for actually started yesterday na, no? May nakikita na ako ng lion dance, no? Sometimes they call it a dragon dance. I don't really know what the difference is, but definitely these are people. The lead guy is wearing what looks like a lion or what looks like a dragon head, and then na may tela na that looks like a dragon or lion or whatever it is. Tapos sumusunod sila sa lead, no? Sumusunod, nakatakip silang lahat. And then the dragon dance or the lion dance begins, no? And maingay, no? It's supposed to, the lion and the dragon supposed to scare away any evil spirits, scare away bad fortune, or bad vibes, whatever you call it. So, marami dyan. It also invites prosperity. Kaya marami kang makikita ng mga Filipino-Chinese or even the mainland Chinese business owners dito. Nagpapa-lion dance talaga sila, no? And they actually pay them to do the lion dance, no? Depende na yan sa magkano mong gusto mo ibigay. Yung mga bumibisita lang without any invitation, yan, mga normally, mga few hundreds, yan, binibigay yun. Pero yung tipong business owner na talagang ask you to come and perform the lion dance, dragon dance, mas malaki yung bigayan dun, no? So, maingay. They use Chinese gongs and meron ding cymbals, and yung inaabot na pera, inaabot dun sa sa bibig ng lion, no? Lion head or dragon head, inaabot dun. Pag inabot is considered as naibigay na, no? Naibigay na yung fee ninyo, no? Pero siyempre, lots of business owners na yung talagang in-invite yung mga lion dance, pakakainin din sila, no? Merienda, no? Or a lunch, depende, no? But, so yun yung mga maingay, no? And you'll experience this for the next 15 days, no? Actually, yesterday was the 19th, meron na meron na lion dance, no? I saw it somewhere, I don't remember where I saw it, somewhere in 𝗣𝘂𝗴𝗱, I think. So, ayun. And you'll see and hear more of this, especially sa Sunday, actually sa Saturday pa lang, no? Marami na yan, no? And sa Sunday 2022, mas marami pa, no? And although meron pa rin in the first 5 days and until the 15th, no? And even the 16th, meron pa. Then eventually it will mawawala na yan, but I think a few still will celebrate on the next half, second half of the first month of the Lunar New Year. Meron pa rin mga ilan-ilan. But eventually it dies down, fades away, and ayun. And there you go. You have an idea now kung ano yung mga celebrations ng Chinese or sinatabi nating Lunar New Year, no? Which is celebrated in many places in Southeast Asia and of course China, no? And its territories. I think the Koreans and Japanese also recognize this holiday. So, ayan, I hope you guys learned something sa Chinese or tradition of the Lunar New Year. No? So, kaya nga ang traditions are also being practiced by our Filipino friends and Filipino brothers and sisters, no? So, nakikikain na rin sila, naluluto na rin sila ng tikoy, no? And nakaluto na rin ako ng tikoy. I'm not really a good cook, but when you prepare your tikoy, you really have to slice it, no? And you have to beat an egg. You dip the uncooked. Don't eat it uncooked. It's not pleasant. So you just dunk the one slices of tikoy and then put it on a frying pan. Siyempre na may mantika. Then you just put it there, no? And until it's malambot, you put it on a bowl or put it on a strainer so the oil comes out. So ngayon na 7:55 na pala, no? According to my phone. So ayan, Mendes Oliver says, if there are no Chinese in Philippines, many Filipinos also have no job. Hindi naman siguro. But it is true, many are Filipino Chinese own businesses, no, of various sizes, from small, medium to large, no. But meron ding mga Filipino, I'm sure, who has each and their own businesses, no. Kanya-kanyang ano lang yun, kanya-kanyang businesses lang yun. So we are closing our Pugad Vloggers for the week, and like I've said, kung si Fatay is not or kung hi Fatay or kung hi Fatoy is not Happy New Year. It's I hope you get rich, no? I hope you get I hope wealth comes your way, prosperity comes your way, no? And abundance comes your way, no? So in short, I hope you get rich. And who's not going to be happy about that if you get rich, no? You can do a lot of things, go into business, go into investments, no? So again, 𝗕𝗹𝗴𝗲𝗲𝗃, 𝗕𝗹𝗃𝗀𝗃, and 𝗕𝗹𝗃𝗴𝗲𝗃 to everyone on especially and on the 22nd, where the Lunar New Year begins, the year of the rabbit. All right, good night and 𝗕𝗹𝗴𝗲𝗃 to everyone.
Pugad Vlogger.